Next up, we've got the game that we've all been waiting for, Texas A&M versus Alabama. You saw the preview package, the sizzle package there. We'd hoped that A&M would have been in a better position coming into this game. Instead, they enter as 24-point underdogs to a Bama team that may or may not have their Heisman-winning quarterback. Based on that and the drama we saw in the offseason, John, do you like Bama to cover that in a blowout, or do you think A&M can keep it closer?
Hey, look, in normal circumstances, Jeremy, and normal circumstances, my answer would be no. But there's only a couple people on the planet that I would be really, really afraid with in college coaching to get in a tiff with or a fight with on a very personal level. And one of those is Nick Saban. So in a normal situation, as I looked at this game, there's no way I would take something that big with two SEC teams. We saw what happened last year with A&M upsetting Alabama. But I think this is very personal. And I think it's gotten to a level where it's going to impact this game. Look, I don't care who's playing quarterback for Alabama. People talking about, is Bryce Young going to play? Is it a strained shoulder? I don't care. It's not going to matter today. Texas A&M offensively, I understand why they made the change to Johnson. I get it. He's been nicked up. But I just think today it's going to be a different deal. The fact that Alabama lost to A&M last year, the offseason words about A&M, where Nick Saban said A&M bought out other players. Jimbo didn't react all that well, publicly at least. And then the war kind of broke out. So I just think this has the potential to get ugly. I'm not going to make a big bet on this game. I'm going to make a small bet. But that bet is that Alabama's going to cover this huge number. Because I don't think Nick Saban's going to take his foot off the gas. I think he's looking to make a statement in a very public manner.
Yeah, the motivation's there, and Alabama has the far better football team. But A&M, I'm sure Jimbo Fisher's been telling his guys. I just got a little bit of news here. I don't believe Bryce Young will play today. His status has been now downgraded to doubtful, which tells me I think he's out. The line hasn't moved, though, which is kind of funny to me. I think there is a difference. I think there's a drop-off of 6 points to the Heisman Trophy winning quarterback in Bryce Young to Jalen Milroe. So that's going to be a preparation. I got to believe that A&M's been preparing all week for Milroe more than Bryce Young, because they knew what they were up against with Bryce Young. You really can't prepare for him. You just got to go out and play the game. A&M's got great defensive players. Their offense has been horrible, and now they're without Max Johnson, who's actually, I thought, maybe give him a glimpse of life. So my initial play was Alabama because I know Nick Saban wants to run the score up. But running the score up is, in this day and age, is a lot more difficult than it was for John Heisman back in 1916 when he ran the score up against Cumberland 220-0. That was then, but this is now over 100 years later. I just don't see him running up a big score like this without Young in the lineup. My official play, I'm going to change my play here to under 48.5 because A&M's defense is for real, and Alabama's is, and I don't think A&M can score here today. Maybe they get 7 or 10 points. That's the most they get against this Bama defense.
Okay, so Kenny, originally you were going to go over the total.
I was going to go over the total, but I thought Bryce Young was playing. I can't go over with Bryce Young not playing in this game. A&M can't score, so I think this final somewhere around 30-10 in that range.
Kenny, getting some breaking news here on CBS Sports HQ. Bryce Young listed as doubtful for Alabama's game versus A&M. Alabama 8-2 versus A&M since the Aggies came over from the Big 12.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.